I want you to take a moment to imagine our caveman ancestors on the African savanna. They hear rustling in the bush. It could be the wind, it could be a lion trying to eat them. Soon, they will develop an association between the rustling and the lion. And this makes sense because if they develop the association between the rustling and the wind, whenever they're wrong, they die. This is called a mental shortcut, or otherwise known as a heuristic. And that is also where heuristics come from. It's an evolutionary survival response. Here's the thing. I've talked about heuristics and biases before. I've even explained that it's really just our brain trying to expend as little energy as possible. But that still makes us sound like stupid, lazy creatures. However, thanks to the book Thinking in Bets, I now understand why this happens. It turns out all of our System 2 or deliberative complex thinking abilities exist inside of our prefrontal cortex, which is actually a pretty thin layer of brain sitting on top of a huge animal brain. So the reason that most of our activity throughout the day is unconscious, reflexive, reactive is because most of our brain power is dedicated to System 1 thinking. Whenever we talk about circumventing heuristics, we're actually unrealistically talking about assigning more brain power to that small prefrontal cortex. And it can't do it because it just doesn't have the computing power. So the takeaway here is you can't really do anything about your brain being irrational or creating mental shortcuts or biases, but what you can do is change the way you react to them. Thanks for coming to my TED Talk.